and I pray that this fits. So please, please. Over the 2 years that I've been modding watches, I've been slowly brainstorming a transparent watch build that I like to call the Ghost Watch. And today, we are finally building it. I've got 3 goals for the Ghost Watch build. Number 1, this mod will be affordable. Only a few budget parts are needed, which I'll provide links for below. Number 2, this mod will be easy. That's right, most of you guys will be able to do this mod without much experience. And thirdly, and most of all, this build will feature a secret party trick that will complement the Ghost Watch build incredibly well. So let's make a start. So let's make a start with the parts that you'll need for the Ghost Watch build. First up, it's this skmei 1988 with this magnificent transparent case, and this is going to be absolutely perfect for our Ghost Watch build. Next up, it is a synoke version of the Casio Royale. Now, the reason we use this one is for the internal module only. We're not going to use the case, and that's to enable the secret party trick, so stick around for that. Now, in coming up with the parts list for this video, guys, I figured out you can already buy a synoke that has this clear case on it. So if you wanted to save some money, just go ahead and buy the synoke already with the clear case. Next up, you're going to need this. It's a transparent bracelet. Look at this. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? This is very affordable. Now, I've gone with the 22mm size, but we'll touch on that in a second. And the final part that you'll need is some adapters. Now, the reason I went with the 22mm size is because I have these metal J's and K's adapters, which I had to take off another project, so I want to use them again. These are metal and they can be a bit expensive, so if you want to save a bit of money, I'd also recommend using any of these two. You can get this little metal set on AliExpress, 18 to 20mm for about $3. And same with this plastic set just here. I'll leave all of those for you below. But just know, if you do go with that set, you're not going to fit a 22mm bracelet. You're going to want to get a 20mm, which are equally as accessible. Bubble and Boo are here to remind you to ram that like button and to make sure that you are a subscriber. And check it out, you may have noticed that I've got a fancy new subscribe button that my wife has embroidered for me. Isn't this one fantastic? The old one was getting a little bit, you know, tattered, wasn't it, Bubble? Ugh, give that a sniff. Yuck. Anyway, now it's time to get into the build. So Bubble, have a treat, and let's get started. Step 1 is to remove the watch straps so that they are easier to work with. And I'm going to use my little spring bar removing pliers here. What on earth? Man, take a look at these synoke spring bars. They don't have anywhere obvious to grab and remove them. That is really unusual. I'm going to give it a try with a regular spring bar tool. Come on, synoke. Get. Bingo. Step 2 is to remove the module from your transparent case. I'm going to use my electric screwdriver to make the job a breeze. Here is our skmei module. We will not be using this in this build. Now, importantly, on your transparent faceplate, you're going to want to take it out. Okay, so part of this ghost build is that we are not going to have any faceplate at all. That's right, because in one of the short videos I made where I modded my Casio Royale, a lot of you guys left comments that it actually looked better without the faceplate after I forgot to install it. So we're incorporating that into this build. No faceplate for the ghost build. And check this out. For the transparent skmei, they've actually gone ahead and used what appears to be a transparent little rubber gasket here. I've never seen that before. So we are just going to pop this out and put it in our lubri joints just to make sure that we don't, just to make sure that we keep it waterproof. Okay, just going to bang it in here. And note that I use these rubber tipped tweezers to remove the faceplate there, guys. That's because we learned the hard way that if you use the metal tipped ones, you can scratch the lens. Make sure you check out the video here where we learn that lesson. Alrighty. Now we're going to open up our synoke and get that module out to install. That is not good. This screw just here has been pre-stripped. I swear it wasn't me, guys. So I'm going to have to try putting a lot of pressure. Let's get rid of the pad there. Oh, there we go. Nothing a little bit of elbow grease can't fix. So let's get this module out. There it is. Now we're going to go ahead and put this module the correct way up inside our transparent case. You can tell which way's up because it says dual time and Illuminos here on the skmei. And I pray that this fits because there's a chance that it won't. We did do some compatibility testing in the video I linked earlier where we tried the faceplate swaps. So please, please can it fit? We didn't get a chance to fix the, to test oh, yes, it's going in, guys. That is a really good sign. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to test the synoke. The ones that we did test were the Casio Royale. We got the 1700 module in. We actually got a swap done between these two, actually. And then, of course, the sander, all right, as well as the skmei. So we did test all four of those. But yeah, the synoke, this is completely news to me, and thank God it fits. Okay. Oh, well, I may have spoken too soon. It's not going down all the way. Let's try and maneuver this a little bit. Okay, so sometimes, guys, check it out. You've really got to press these little buttons in so that it can get past the inside of the pushers. Bingo, we are in, and I am delighted to see that. So now let's go ahead and get our little transparent gasket in, back out of the lubri joints here. Look at that. So we're just going to drop that back in. Make sure your watch is nice and waterproof after you've been inside it, guys. Beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and reinstall the skmei backplate, seeing as we know that these screws and case back fits this case perfectly. Beautiful. Now let's take a quick look at the front and look at how clean that Ghost module looks without the little faceplate being installed. What a great suggestion from you guys. So let's get on to the next step of the build. Oh, and for anyone wondering, I've just confirmed that the skmei faceplate and module fit in the synoke case and housing with no problems. Oh, and as a finishing touch with this module, we're going to get rid of skmei's default little protective travel safe screen protector to stop it getting scratched and apply a nice proper one, which I got in this 10 pack of Casio Royale protectors. Again, guys, I definitely recommend these. A very small investment for peace of mind protecting your lens. You can pick these up at genie.us/protect, linked below. Oh, I've misaligned that a bit. See the gap there and there? That's okay. That's why it's a good thing to get the 10 pack. Let's try again. Absolutely love this little iSesame spudger. Makes taking off these screen protectors a breeze. Ooh, much better. Look at that. Next up, we install our strap adapters, and remember, I've gone with these J's & K's metal ones from 18 to 22mm to match my strap. However, if you're going for the more affordable 18 to 20mm, make sure you've got the corresponding strap as well. Gonna grab some 18mm spring bars out of my little spring bar box, which if we line it up is just here. And these do come with them, guys, but I just forgot I left them in the other build, so we got plenty of spares. Now I like to lock one in like that, and then just use a normal spring bar tool, ensuring that one's already in. We just come and press along on this one and get it tucked in, just like that. What a fit. Same deal, get that one tucked in. Bingo. Now that our module's ready, we're going to peel that off. Oh yeah, looking good. And our final part, guys, is this beautiful transparent bracelet. I'm yet to use one of these. I did buy a bunch in a few different colors, but I'm really keen to see how good these are and how they go. Okay. Oh, and look, we've got quick release spring bars there, so we can get rid of the ones on the adapter. I just want two. We got a spare there. That's all right. So we're going to go ahead and remove this one, and in fact, guys, you can even usually just use your fingers if you don't have any strap. Nope, I'm telling a lie. Make a liar out of me. Okay, I'll just have to use this. There we go. Boom. Okay, now we're going to take off our current watch to size it up. This is the GBD 200, which we've done a full review on here if you missed it. Very interesting one to see. Alrighty. So it looks like they've put like a protective film over this bracelet to protect it. That's really cool. Even on the little metal clasp there. Very cool. Love that. Okay, now I like to have my butterfly clasps deploy in this direction. So that's how we're going to do it. And we're going to chuck this module on and we're going to size this up. So I reckon, how many links are we going to need to get rid of on each side? Maybe 2 there and 3 here, I reckon, to get that alignment that I like. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that done. I want to remove 3 links. Let's see what types of, these might just be, you know, the standard push pins. So we'll see if we can go ahead and just use our little spring bar tool here to just pop that out. Boom, look at that, guys. Too easy. Everyone has one of these tools. You get this for free with most bracelets and stuff. So let's remove 2 off this side. Bingo. Now, let's see if this is any better. Actually. Oh. So I didn't realize we should have, yeah, so this is the end link here, guys. So we are going to want to make sure that this one is on first, and then we're going to, I guess, remove some out of here as well. So let's go ahead and pop this one out as well. Okay. We use our new quick release spring bar. Chuck that in just like that, nice and easy. You can use your fingernail for this. Ready? Don't make a liar out of me again. Boom, there you go. And I guess we'll do the same at the other side with our other piece. There we go. Okay. And how's this going to look? If that were connected. That looks pretty good. Oh, it's, yeah, I think we've got an extra one here now, guys, because we added a bit of length, didn't we, by adding those 2 end pieces. So let's take that one off and get this together. So these push pins, really simple, guys. Okay, so see how it's nice and flush at this end, and at that end it's got that bit of a gap. So you push it out through the gap, but when you're putting it back in, you just want to do so from this side, okay? So we're just going to push it, boom. And really, it only needs to go down a little bit, so we can even just bang that in with our spring bar tool like that. That's good to go. And this should, oh yeah, I reckon that's going to be perfect. So we'll get this last one clipped in. Last push pin, drop it in, lock it in, and prepare for an epic wrist check. Alright guys, are you ready for the big reveal of the Ghost Watch wrist check? Make sure you've rammed that like button. Here we go. Ready? Boom! Here it is, the epic Ghost Watch build. And just look at how nicely this transparent bracelet with black accent ties into the case with the exact same clear and black combo. The lack of faceplate makes it look really minimalist, and I'm so pleased with how it's turned out. But don't go anywhere, because we still need to show you the secret hidden trick of the Ghost Watch. And to do so, we're going to need to shut off the lights. So here we go. And this is why we used a synoke module, guys. You ready for this? Boom! How sick is that? Oh, look, it lights up the whole. I'm so happy with this, guys. Look, not having a faceplate and having this clear case, that looks absolutely insane. It's like there's a disco on my wrist. Now, by the way, guys, with these synoke modules, you can, if you wanted to, so if I hold down the light button, we can actually stabilize it into any of the colors that you saw flashing just there. But anyway, super, super cool. I hope you've liked the video, and make sure you're a subscriber for more cool watch tips, mods, and tricks. I really hope you've enjoyed this epic ghost watch build, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it down below. A massive thank you to our Goat Crew channel members for supporting the channel, you absolute legends. Here's a link to our Instagram page, come and follow us there, and here's our watch modding playlist where you'll see more epic mods just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.